Hello and welcome back into Sports Sunday, in for another edition of Red Zone Chat, brought to you by Roseville Auto Mall, the high school prep GOAT, Joe Davidson of the Sac Bee. I'm just going to go ahead and give you that label, Joe. Thanks so much for joining us. It is well-deserved. Yeah. I know that you were busy this morning learning about all the brackets that were released today. So let's just dive right into it and start with Division I. Folsom getting that #1 seed, going for its 9th section title since 2010. And do you see them getting it this year? Yeah,
I saw your great opening with Paul Doherty. We might get the #1 seed. The only other team that was considered was St. Mary's and the Rams down in Stockton. Right. But Folsom's the rightful #1. Only loss was to Sara of San Mateo, 17-12, way back in the hot days of August. And that team's NorCal ranked #1. Folsom's still the deal. You know, Austin Mack has grown huge since last year. He's just big as a house. He's got all kinds of receivers. Just threw it to Greco Carrillo there. He's got Rico Flores Jr., Ontario Smith Jr., a lot of juniors on that team. They've got a running game. They're battle tested. So they're the team until somebody says they're not. Right. So yeah, I would certainly favor Folsom to win this bracket.
Well, you bring up, you mentioned St. Mary's as the only undefeated team, and they're the 2 seed. How impressed have you been with Tony Franks?
He's a great guy, great coach. He's a UC Davis product, St. Mary's product, a longtime coach, personable, fun, and they're superb. They're unbeaten, as you mentioned. They have a 45-35 non-league win against De La Salle, which is De La Salle.
Yeah.
And Folsom beat them 24-20. Beat De La Salle. So you could look at that. So the Rams can run it and throw it, and they're not afraid of anybody. They've won section championships before. They've been in state finals before. So that's a team that could win this thing, and you can't be surprised.
Yeah.
All right, well, Oak Ridge comes in as a #3 seed. How deep of a run do you think they can make?
Well, Casey Taylor's the coach, second-year coach. He's an alum of the school. 15 championship seasons at Del Oro, 1 section championships there, 1 a section championship at Capital Christian. So he knows how to do it. He vowed that this team would be better. Maddox Varela is their quarterback. He's there throwing a nice ball. Call him Touchdown Jesus because he's got the great hair and the beard and all that. Nobody calls Ben that, but there he is with a nice ball.
Back in high school.
And he's got receivers galore. So the weight room has really been their best friend. They're more physical than they've been. And that's a team that could get to the section finals. They have the tough loss to Folsom. It was a good game at half. They want a rematch. They have not beaten Folsom. Oak Ridge has not beaten Folsom since 2007.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
So they're looking for that rematch.
Absolutely. All right. You know, another team that's been really good this year, Monterey Trail. They come in as the 4 seed, really just running through folks all season long. What do you think? Seeded a little too low, maybe at 4?
Good argument that they are. Monterey Trail's only losses were early to Folsom and to De La Salle. Right. They did it because the Metro League is not that strong. They run the veer under TJ Ewing, the longtime coach. They went to the section finals in Division II last season, beat Folsom in 2019
I remember
by having the ball for 40 minutes. And just ball control games, high school games at 48 minutes. Yeah. They're not afraid of anybody. They're probably seated a little low. They wanted to play this week. They would have been fine with an 8 seed. So this is a team that's very dangerous and very capable of getting to a section championship. They they seek their 4th straight section final appearance. They have not won one yet. They're close. Wow. They're close.
They're knocking on the door.
There's Curry, the quarterback. He's the son of the offensive coordinator, so they're good.
Yeah, he's good too. Well, another good team, Sheldon, and they come in as the 8 seed facing 9th seeded Lincoln of Stockton. The winner gets Folsom. I mean, do you think whoever the winner is that they'll stand a chance?
It's going to be a tall order, but you know the Sheldon Huskies with Coach Chris Nixon, they want to take on Folsom. You know that's your target.
Right.
Of course, you got to get this first game here. Josiah Machado, there he is here, a terrific quarterback. He's got all kinds of school records. They got skill guys all over the place. They're very talented. They also have a receiver. You'll see here in a minute. Number 5, Scott Nixon, son of the coach. Great player. Maybe the most impressive player I've seen all season. He can catch the ball.
He's right there.
He's shifty. He's a 4.0 student. So he's going to be a problem for Lincoln of Stockton. And the winner is going to do everything. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at Folsom to try to topple them. And Folsom will be here. They respect everybody. And there's Nixon again. He gets into the end zone. He's hugely under-recruited, but it shows how hard it is to get scholarships.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It really is.
All right, let's talk Elk Grove. No, you know, they love to run the rock, come in ranked 6th facing Johnson. How do you see the playoffs playing out for them?
Well, they won the section championship 2019, everything's pre-pandemic, post-pandemic.
Right.
By running the ball, triple option. And Carter Harris has got his number 2 in your office there. I saw Sara. So there, David Hale's the quarterback now. They've got physical guys. You can see them running with linemen. I mean, that's good living when you got linemen.
Right.
They call them the hammerhead. So this is a terrific program, terrific team. There's Wayshawn Parker, number 1. His brother, Wadis Parker, was a terrific player years ago. So it's neat to see guys coming through and following up, but I like the Thundering Herd. And Johnson's a feel-good story. That's from the Sac City Unified School District. Haven't been in the Division I playoffs in more than 25 years.
Wow. That's amazing.
Good for them. That's
amazing.
Alex Gomes Coelho is a alum of the school. We like guys who go back to their school.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's talk some Division II ball. Manteca, the top seed. Del Oro comes in as the 2nd seed. Both squads battle-tested. Who do you see going further in the playoffs?
Well, Manteca's the number 1 seed, and they have a guy named Blake Nicholson, and he's a man. Might be the best player in Northern California. He's about 6'2", 240 pounds. He's going to Florida State on a scholarship, so that's pretty good.
Pretty
the
big
Buffaloes of Manteca, they play like Buffaloes. They're so good. Del Oro's terrific. Caden Pinnock here with a long ball touchdown to Thomas Graham, who plays on offense and defense. So they're battle tested, certainly. And Del Oro's won a lot of these section championships.
Yeah, they're
going
used to
for
it.
like their 13th section championship since '89. They've been in a lot of finals. And they've got guys in the trenches. They got speed guys, and Mike Mabin's a coach, and he's another alum back at his school. So, yeah, and they're from the Sierra Foothill League, battle tested, and here's Pinnock right here, just throws a beautiful ball.
Yeah. All right, Rockland, the 4 seed. They could get Jesuit, who's the 5 seed. Talk about an interesting matchup. How do you see that playing?
That would be a Saturday game. Everybody else is playing on Friday, so there is a little Saturday flavor there. Rockland was 12-1 last season, lost to Folsom in the section finals. They want to win a section championship, and Joey Roberts is their quarterback. He had the nice deep ball there. And Jesuit has hard-charging runners. There's Jagger Shaddix. I don't know if you can find a better name than that. C.J. Lee is their versatile quarterback. There's Joey Roberts here. I think that's a terrific matchup. Division II is loaded. It's a tougher field, I think, than Division I.
Right.
Interesting.
All right, 6-seeded. Right. 6-seeded Granite Bay started 5-0, then lost 4 straight. That was rough. Do you see them being able to bounce back from that?
Absolutely. Joe Catalico's the coach. Proven coach, won section championships before at other schools. Carter Jackson is a terrific speed runner. They're when you lose 4 in a row in the Sierra Foothill League, 1 point to Del Oro, or 1 point loss to Oak Ridge, and they're all battles. And so it's how they're going to respond that's critical. And they had a huge win against Whitney the other night to eliminate them from playoff elimination. But that guy who just carried the ball right there, a freshman.
Isaiah N.A.
Yeah, a freshman. Good
He's
job
a
on the name.
beast,
Got
yeah.
the shock
He's
of
a
hair.
freshman.
And he's a freshman.
Just
So
a
yeah,
freshman.
they're just fine. Huge crowds at home.
He's gonna go anywhere
Granite
he
Bay is a
wants to
dark
go.
horse, and that's not normally something you say for Granite Bay.
Yeah.
All right, in Division III, Placer is this top seed at 10-0. Can anyone beat them?
Let me check my notes here. Placer, Joey Montoya, they run the wing tee. Nobody runs the wing tee hardly anymore. It's all
you don't see
deception. Patterson is the number 2 seed. The team I'm looking for is what Christian Brothers can do in Vista del Lago, and another team that we're going to talk about here in a second. But when you're the number 1 seed, you're unbeaten. You're supposed to win them all.
Yeah.
And they've won section championships. They've been in the state final. So this is a team that they like at Placer to keep going.
Okay, well, maybe one of the other teams you wanted to talk about. Grant, the number 3 seed, 7-2 overall, 5-1 in league play. What's impressed you about their quarterback, JoJo McCrae?
His
JoJo, his hair.
This guy's got a big shock of blonde hair. And he puts it up in a bun. He's not a.
We got to see him without the helmet.
He's a free-spirited guy. Grant is back. It's great to have Grant relevant in the playoffs. They were 1-9 in 2019. No season 2020 with the pandemic. 0-9 last season. JoJo McCrae was the quarterback for all those games.
Jeez.
And he said, "I'm not leaving. I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to get better." He got better. Carl Reed's their coach. Alum of the school. That's a big theme tonight on this segment.
Yeah,
and
a lot of that.
He burdened those losses last year.
Yeah.
The community loves the Pacers, but they'll get on the coaches.
And that was when Albergini retired last year, right? So it's like a lot of people wanted to see a better season than that. But okay, so let's talk about the 4 seed Christian Brothers, who you did mention, just won the Capital Athletic League over Vista. 8-2 overall, 6-0 in league play. Can they be a dark horse?
Absolutely. The Christian Brothers is a storied program. They haven't won a section championship since 1983.
That's wild.
I don't even think you were born. Yes, they have a terrific receiver, and he's a sophomore. Philip Bell, he's a national recruit. And there he is right there, and he's a man. So you're gonna have to deal with him, and he'll take screen passes. He'll go deep. He could play. There he is again. So that's the guy that somebody's gonna have to deal with. and they won a thriller over Vista Del Lago the other night to win that league, so they're ready to go. Their only losses are to Jesuit and Sheldon. There's no shame in those.
Absolutely.
All right, Joe Davidson, we have to end this segment, unfortunately, because I could listen to you talk
Guy's
high
an
school football all day. You
Gotta
are.
get started.
Where can everybody find this information, and let everybody know where they can follow you at on Twitter, because I know you give a lot of this info.
I appreciate. So we're on SacB.com every day. SacB Joe D is the Twitter, and the Sac Joaquin section site has all the brackets.
Yeah.
Just look up CIF Sac Joaquin section. The brackets are right there. There's 7 divisions. They're all loaded. It's good stuff. Games start Friday. Go out and check it out.